Hello, Leroy Gibbs here, and I installed your kitchen. Today on Board Deck and Dice we are doing, for the first time in a long time, a top 5. And today's top 5 is going to be top 5 games that I thought were better than they would be. Top 5 games that played better than I thought they would. We'll make that snapper in a title, it would probably be exactly the same. So before we kick off with the top 5, we have some honourable mentions. The first is Defeason 7, which is a very simple little card game. In fact, most of my list is very simple little card games that I expected less from. And this was a birthday present, Christmas present for me, and I had no idea what to expect. And basically you're playing cards, and as you play them you have to say the next number in a sequence, which is 1 to 7 and then back down to 1 again. And different cards make you have to say different things, different words, or not speak at all, and yet the chain must continue. And it's just one of those fun games for breaking the ice. My Happy Farm is a game where you are growing crops to feed your animals and make them happy, and it's got this nice little system where the cards actually grow in front of you as you feed your animals. And yeah, just like how easy it is to play, how clear the instructions are, how there's a lot of steps but it's done in a way that makes sense, and even my child can follow it. So that was another honourable mention. Magecraft is a game, one of the first games I backed on Kickstarter, and it's a bag building game from a guy, I believe in China, and it's just a really good little 2-player game. Played a tad long, but that might be due to still getting used to the rules and all that. I haven't played it that much, but when I have played it I've really enjoyed it, and there's variability in it as well. And then Mana Surge from Daily Magic Games. Knock this down to an honourable mention because I should have trusted them more, basically, but reading the instructions I just really didn't get what the game was about. However, when I played it, it was a lot of fun. You're playing cards to set the rule for a turn, and that sets a spell off one direction, and everyone has to continue the spell by playing cards, and whoever that spell hits there's consequences for. But there's some really clever mechanisms in how you take damage and how you mana surge, which is a good thing. So top 5 games that were better than I thought they would be. Number 5 is 7 Running. This is a 2-player game from Grey Fox Games, and the reason I was hesitant about this is because I'd heard a lot of things about the components. The boards could have been printed with more clues on as to what the powers were and all that. The Ninja player has these tiny little wooden ninja stars, which I'm going to have to replace because they are going to get lost at some point. However, the game is really fun. You're both secretly placing either your ninjas or your running into areas in the village. There's a central map and you each have a copy of that. And then you lift your shields and you place them out and you resolve any battles that happen. If there's any ninjas left in an area with no running, they get to move forward and take a special power. And they have to take control of a certain number of those areas to win or defeat all the Ronin. The Ronin have to last out 8 rounds or defeat all the ninjas. And it just works really, really well. That's my number 5, 7 Ronin. Number 4 is a rummy-like game called All Hands on Deck from Salamander Games. This was a Kickstarter, and this one is just a good mix of mechanics you understand from rummy, of collecting a set in your hands, with powers and bidding. And so what happens each turn, you have start with 5 cards. You're trying to get there's 3 different suits. You're trying to get a run of 3 in each of the suits in your hand, or a run of 7 cards of 1 suit. You turn over the top card and that's what you're all going to be bidding on, but you bid with the cards in your hand, so you can place some down, but then you haven't got those available anymore. And it gives away, if you really bid strongly on this blue 5, people know you're wanting cards around the blue 5, so they might observe that, and when the blue 4 or blue 6 comes up, they might say, you wanted that next time, I'll play this power card which trashes the bid totally, or does something else. And it's just a really fun little game that you take to really quickly, and has a good mesh of mechanics with the bidding and the rummy style. Rummy? Rumney. And number 3 is Skull King. Skull King is a trick-taking game, and I didn't have many trick-taking games in my collection up until this point, so I took a bit of a punt on it, and I think it's fantastic. It's a great trick-taking game where you are starting each round you start with a consecutively more amount of cards. I've just explained that really badly. First round you start with 1 card, second round you have 2, all the way up to 10. And what you're doing is you're making a bet based on the card in your hand of how many tricks you will successfully take. And you score points or lose points dependent on whether you're correct in your prediction about your ability to take tricks. There's a really interesting trumping system with the pirate cards and the mermaid and the Skull King, and there's just an excitement to the game and real heavy decisions. Once you get past like 4 cards, it's really hard to work out how many you're going to take and whether you go safe and get fewer points or you go big and try and get more points but potentially lose more. It's just really clever little game. That's number 3, Skull King. Number 2 is Happy Salmon. I recently got hold of Happy Salmon and I dismissed it for a long time because it just looked so gimmicky, and I thought it's just running around doing something, a high five with someone and dropping the card on the floor. How can that be fun? How wrong I was. Up to 6 players have an identical set of 12 cards, and on those cards there is 4 actions repeated 3 times. So you might have Happy Salmon, which apparently is that. You might have a high five, a pound it, or a switcheroo, which means you switch places. You'll count 3, you turn your deck over, you look at the first card and you start shouting what is on that card until someone else shouts the same thing. You perform the action with them and you throw your card on the floor and you work your way through your deck like that. If ever no one's got the same thing as you, you can put it to the bottom and go again. And it's just immediate, it's fun, it has people going, pick up all the cards and do it again. And again, it's one that you could increase the player count of quite easy by buying multiple copies and just on the same coloured cards, either sorting them manually or putting a sticker on the back or some sort of mark to separate them from the same colour in the other pack, if you see what I mean. Great fun. Simple, yes, but great fun. And my top pick for games that were better than I thought they would be is one I've talked about quite a bit on this channel, and that is Catbox from, I want to say Grail Games. If I'm wrong, what are you going to do? Catbox is ultimately an abstract area control game played with cards with pictures of cute kittens on, but it also has some hidden role elements. Each player is given a portrait of a cat that they look at secretly, but one of them might be a dog. That has different scoring methods, and what you're trying to do is get the biggest combination of cats joined together in your colour. Unless you're the dog, in which case you're trying to get 3 cats of the same colour together and open empty boxes. And each card is a square card split into 4, and there'll either be 3 cats on it and an empty box, or 4 cats. If it's a 4-cat one, you have to place it covering 1 corner. If it's a 3-cat one, you can cover 1 corner or 2 boxes of another card. And so you build this grid and you're covering what you think other people are. You're trying not to be too obvious about your colour so people don't get it. It's a really clever, fun game. There's even an advanced mode in the manual, which gives you tokens, which are one-time powers that you can use. It's a really complete package in a tiny box, and one that I can't recommend enough. So that is my top 5 games that were better than I thought they would be. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again soon on board Deck and Dice.